That album by Lisa, called Alter Ego, ended up falling short when stacked against the others from Blackpink. If things keep moving this way, stepping away might be next. Value matters now more than ever, particularly overseas, where staying relevant demands constant contribution. Before diving into tracks, consider how the messy tie-in backfired, landing awkward instead of bold, while the THANL rumors added weight to a shaky rollout. Each song gets examined here straight. No soft landings, since image shapes fate just as much as sound does. What really matters now could push someone into massive fame, just like Sabrina Carpenter or Charlie XCX achieved. Yet it might also trap a name in controversy, particularly online, where brand shapes nearly every path forward. Other Blackpink members reshaped their identities exactly how they envisioned, dropping records that climbed fast and landed top spots everywhere except for Jisoo. Both Rosé and Jennie stepped beyond the usual K-pop mold, making moves that quietly said, "Sure, we started under Y Entertainment, but look where we stand now." Truthfully, Lisa took sharp turns once outside YG. Before, every move felt calculated, crisp, clean, exact. Yet now, a blur. Her presence spreads thin, jumping continents without pause. One moment dancing for Crazy Horse, the next breathing Oscar air. Fashion weeks swallow days, Louis Vuitton stages her again. Charts still list her name, yes, though chasing visibility seems louder than the work itself. From precision to noise. That shift happened slowly, then all at once. One minute she's playing the coolest girlfriend of a billionaire CEO. Next thing you know, she's copying Celine. She tries to turn into the new Luigi, then suddenly aims to be the next AR Grand. Neither works. Trying too hard to fit every role at once, yet still hiding behind that innocent 14-year-old Alyssa charm. Her image, sweet and young. Her songs, totally different. Like, seriously, what even is the goal here? If Lisa happens to see this, maybe rethink the whole act. Cracking the Western scene means being real, not jumping between costumes like it's dress-up night. Some might ask if you should play along for them. Ellis shook his head, said no, sounded firm. Not every path needs breaking, hers cracked under pressure. Trying to knock down Blings and Blackpink like she'd never stood beside them, that misstep cost more than expected. She had room to grow inside both worlds, space to stretch without tearing roots. The entire idea people held about Lisa, built right there on those fans, on that music. Pull out the core of any frame, watch how fast the walls tilt. A foundation gone means everything shifts. Careers rise where support once stood. Hers leaned hard on a group now pushed aside. Remove what holds weight, see how quickly balance breaks. She kept her figure, yet ditched the bold attitude. Fans once praised how she carried herself, which built her reputation. Yet when the pounds dropped, everything unraveled fast, sharper than most fallout seen from leading K-pop stars. It reminded less of reinvention, more of someone chasing a distant trend, like a pop act pretending to be gritty. The issue wasn't change itself. What fell flat was how stiff it felt, how tightly controlled. That phase didn't whisper progress, it shouted need. Maybe start with the songs that worked well. After that, dig into why the album faced such harsh criticism. Born Again stands out because Lisa tries different ways of singing, shifting styles throughout. Still, her performance feels blurrier when set beside DOA and Ray. With DOA, she shows raw instinct, lifts the whole cover higher. Here, it seems like she follows instead of guiding. Not saying her work here is weak, just that against two bold performers, the difference becomes clear. One note might describe it, yet the next reveals depth. That moment arrives when she consumes the spotlight whole. Here lies a scarce instance. Pure voice takes front seat over rhythmic speech. The beginning, sharp, alive, igniting attention without delay. Its air wraps around you, slow and thick like fog at dawn. Immersion begins early, deeper than nearly anything else here. A hush forms, strange yet familiar, floating between reality and sleep. This piece stands apart, close to the bone, showing softness rarely seen. Empty spaces breathe freely, no clutter crowds the message. Nothing flashy distracts, just sound, only truth. Low lights hum behind her calm words, quiet strength filling each line. Maybe he should have leaned into this vibe more across the record, it hits just right. Number 3 glides by, cool without trying. Not shouting victories from rooftops, but letting them breathe under silk. Her power isn't shouted, it slips through the beat like shadow at dusk. She stays above, untouchable, not reaching, already there. No need to clutch at attention when it follows anyway. This track doesn't argue status. It simply lives inside it. Comfort wraps around every note. You feel the peak not because she claims it, but because you sense its weightless ease. That mix of drive, thought, and elegance gives off another kind of sureness, quieter, yet deeper. This track speaks to me louder than the rest. The voice on number 4 cuts clear, holds its pace without haste or strain. It moves through the rhythm like it belongs there. What sets it apart? Maybe the raw sound matching our core energy. Other tracks worked, such as New Wom. Still, everything changed once I watched Lisa perform it and not actually sing. That chat was sharp, honestly hit different. WGF straight laid it bare. The moment rewired how I see the project. Most tracks on Alter Ego, they push forward, never stall. Not trying to shock ears, just keep pace. Shifts are rare, layers stay thin. No wild turns buried in the mix. Beats come through crisp, balanced, tight like clockwork. Yet pattern repeats across songs. Thick bass lines, digital textures loop without much change. Feels polished, costly even. But not one stands far above rest. Sound works, it serves purpose, but nothing grabs hard or breaks mold. Music backs the tracks without grabbing attention. It does its part, yet stays in the background. Now, why did the record face such backlash? Poor scores, harsh words everywhere. One reason, 5 different personas split her focus. These versions showed a tangled, chaotic mind. Fans struggled, the separate selves made things unclear. Everything seemed scattered, hard to follow. Oh, you know who I am? Cool. I'm Vixie, labeled the troublemaker. My eyelashes alone are dangerous, watch yourself near me. Critics claimed no clear direction guided the work. What stands out is how clearly everything's laid bare, which honestly makes me cringe a little. Those 3 eagles, never meant to be unpacked step by step before anyone even hears the music. Artists usually leave clues. Let listeners connect dots on their own across an entire rollout. Building mystery matters, nomming each figure. Explaining every move ahead of time takes away the discovery. When I learned the project would be called Alter Ego, my first reaction was, maybe she meant to reveal another side of herself, not the one people see on stage. A glimpse past pride, past applause, past wealth, places words rarely go. That kind of honesty might have drawn listeners closer. Digging into origins could have helped. Maybe even using phrases from her early years, ones that feel like home. She might have described what it took to move across worlds, adjusting to Korea's rigid training world. The quiet nights, the weight of isolation, real textures beneath the shine. Yet instead, we ended up with nicknames for online comments. Out of nowhere comes Lisa again, still stuck in that same worn-out pattern despite having plenty of cash and ego to match. Hey Lisa, if you happen to see this, maybe think about letting go of that 14-year-old tiny voice clinging to your group right now. Your listeners, they're cut from the same cloth, blind to change. Picture someone unfamiliar with her so-called alter egos hearing the record without prior knowledge. They'd never guess those versions exist. Every track hums the same note, repeats the same rhythm. Strange, really, how she thought it necessary at all. She shows another side, an alternate version tied to the Eagles. We just wished we understood that part sooner. Not knowing who Pry was left us puzzled. Answers never came. Other artists play roles too, take rappers using alter egos, yet they make their real name stick first. Think of Eminem, known widely before Slim Shady emerged. Fans see them as separate beings entirely. Then there was her album, attacked mostly for one line in Waking Up. Sore marks on skin, confusion setting in, asking how things turned out that way, wondering about choices made after dark, assuming it must have been extreme. Starting from her first days, her words have always sounded much the same. This isn't only about one record. Sure, she helped write them, which counts for something. Yet if the lines still feel awkward, what does that effort truly change? Maybe such phrases fit within K-pop norms. Over in Western music, though, things stand apart. She might need fresh writers or grow into crafting better ones on her own. That kind of skill won't come fast. Right now, those kinds of lyrics simply won't survive out there. Truth is, she gave it everything she had. Out west, her record made waves. Still, regular K-pop listeners stayed unimpressed. Only diehards seemed moved. Maybe I set hopes too high. The full project gave off strong vibes of that persona she built for Lisa earlier. Another point grinds on me. Why skip intense choreography? Even basic dance effort could shift how people see her work. Matching visuals with ambition might do wonders. Lip syncing happens often, sure. Yet standing still while singing feels off somehow. Even though dancing takes serious skill, folks stay quiet when moves shine even with lip syncing. Amazing routines tend to shift attention elsewhere. Yet after all this time, her solo work still misses what fans expected. In Blackpink, she led the dance crew, clearly standout. Still, that energy never carried into her own projects. Pointing fingers at Lisa alone misses the bigger picture. The real issue sits with those handling her image and rollout strategy. They've had every chance to build something massive. Instead, they're underusing a star capable of defining an era. A talent like hers could shape global trends, easily worth far more than recognized. Lisa's concert arrives later this month, fingers crossed she delivers. That moment might just redefine how people see her in the industry right now. One strong showing could tilt everything forward. If it falls flat, the backlash may grow sharper, especially with Jennie taking stage 2. Side by side, eyes will compare closely. A fresh team behind Lisa, one that understands bold choices, might unlock what's been hidden so far. She has space to rise, given the right push from those shaping her path. If you'd like me to take a look at albums by others too, simply drop their names below. Whichever artist comes up most often, that's the one I'll go through next.